It's the Behind the Shade show.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Behind the Shades 2026. What a year. Cat Williams in 2025 told you exactly what's going to happen, but did we all think it was going to continue to 2026? Cameron and his ex, Callie, they both had a conversation and a lot of things were revealed. And what is interesting is how you have different perspective of people who are succeeding in life and maybe people who are trying to succeed or maybe who are struggling. But let's listen to the dialogue between these two.
Sorry, you know what it is?
I'm
I'm
listening.
just used to a man in my life, especially one who's intimate with me, automatically wants to step into leadership and provision and want to protect and provide for me. Kim
Damn.
has never given me those vibes.
Yeah. You got a boyfriend right now, Kelly?
No.
Exactly.
Why does that matter? Do you have a girlfriend right now, Kim?
I don't need nobody to protect and provide for me. I'm not looking for that.
That's the interesting take. She wants a man to step up, protect, provide, and give out provisions. That's perfectly fine. I agree that men should do that. But then Cameron asked her a question. Do you currently have a man? And she didn't want to answer the question, which means she doesn't have one. Because remember, what you do have, you have no issues answering that. What you don't have, that's where you get some hesitation. If she doesn't have a man to provide those three things, safety, protection, provision, how is she able to function in life? I'll wait. How is she able to navigate her life if those three things come from a man and she doesn't have one? That's what people forget. It is being an adult to provide safety, security, provision, paying your own bills, buying your own groceries. These are things that adults do. When we get into relationships now, from the woman's perspective, a man should be able to step up and take the burden of that off of her shoulders. Not 100%, but reduce it. And then she asked Cameron, does he have a girlfriend? And he'd answered saying that, well, I'm not looking for someone to provide me with safety, security, and provisions. That's where men and women sometimes get things misunderstood. What we look for in a woman is someone that is going to give us peace of mind, inspire us, make us feel honored, both together and separately. We don't look for the same things in a relationship, but when we come together, that's where the beauty and the magic is. But let's listen further.
I'm just trying
You're
to
a
say.
man.
I'm
I
just
wouldn't
trying to
expect
say.
that.
I'm just trying to say that this is the thing that you think that because you're dating somebody, like for instance, right? Give you an example.
So as a woman, if I share my body with a man, I shouldn't expect him to want to protect and provide for me. Is that what you would teach your fucking daughter?
The problem. So I'm not having sex with my
What
daughter.
are you talking about?
Just make up your mind.
No, it's not about having sex with your daughter. It's about that's what you would teach your daughter.
Oh, teach your
body
daughter.
is
I'm sorry.
worthless. She just having sex with a man that who doesn't want to protect and provide for her. Like
The
what?
problem is this: you want to protect.
You think
and
men and
provide.
women are equal?
No, what I'm trying to explain to you is this. For me, I rather invest in my female than give my female. And that's the problem.
Never invested in me.
Because you had bad investments. That's why you're in nursing school. I'm trying to explain to you that the investments that you had
What?
weren't good.
That's not why I'm in nursing school. I've been working on my nursing degree since fucking 2019.
Why you don't have it yet?
I opened the business to help me get through nursing school.
Which was
Because
a
I
bad,
needed a passive income.
which was a bad investment. Right.
You know when you know you're in pain when your ears start to hurt. You know what I mean? When you start to adjust a little bit, you start to pull on the hair. That's a different level of stress, ladies and gentlemen. When the stress goes from, the back of your neck and you're like, shoulders get tight, that's a different level of stress. I've never had stress in my hair or my head top. I've never had that kind of stress. But a few points here. Bad investments. That is an actual fact in healthy relationships. We want to invest in each other. It's not an exchange of sex for money, which is what she brought up. You see, people, if you let them talk long enough, will default to exactly what they believe they have to offer in a relationship. Why didn't she mention her behaviors? I make you feel inspired. I make you feel honorable. She went to sex. If I'm giving my body to someone, shouldn't I get these things? No. There's only one situation and job where you get money for sex. Does anyone know what it is? Prostitution for $1,000. OnlyFans for $2,000. That's not the exchange that healthy men want, but unhealed and unhealthy women and some men will think so. I slept with you, I should be getting this. I gave you my body, I should be getting this. I've agreed to enter your bedroom, I should be getting that. That's not the exchange that will last the test of time. And men who have things going for themselves, who are healthy, who are healed, who are succeeding, they won't invest in that type of women because the return is not a good return. That's why when she said you didn't invest in me, he asked the question, because you make bad investments. You're spending an unusual amount of time trying to get your degree and you still haven't gotten it. You try to do the business thing and it hasn't helped you to get what you want. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but if you think that someone else is going to be out there to save you, you're going to be waiting a long time and you're going to compromise yourself into thinking this person is going to stay, but they're only staying as long as they can get that one thing. And if you're only offering your body as you age out of the market, you won't have that anymore. Beauty fades, ladies and gentlemen. So you need to figure out what is it that you truly have to offer outside of your looks. It's a shame that people don't understand this, and as we get older, it seems so many of us rely on it more heavily. Maybe because you got your way in your 20s. Maybe you got your ways in your 30s. But as you get older, something should switch in your mind and say, hey, I need to offer more than dick and pussy. I need to make sure that the person that I want, I understand what they need from me, because if I can show I have what they need, then I could get what I need as well. And then when two people come together speaking the same love language, beauty is made. Let's continue listening.
Anyway, like I was trying to explain, because it's a bad investment or somebody gives you an opinion, you reverse it into a nigga don't want to protect, provide, you never looked out for me, yo, you didn't really like you always looked past me, because I don't think what you were doing was going to make money for yourself or for me. That's how you revert it to say, yo, you never want to look out for me. You never did this for me. You never believed in me. You always looked past me, because I give you my real opinion on situations. It was a time where Sin and PT and Callie called me and said, Kim, you know what, you're right, man. I be bugging. You not with the club situation. One day she called, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe this shit.
Wow.
She's like, yo,
accountability.
Yeah, it was accountability. I couldn't believe. She's like, yo, you know, I thought about it. Man. You're
I
right.
at least want to talk about accountability.
He's like, yo,
I
you're
didn't
right,
even think
Kim.
you knew what that word means.
You're right, Kim. You know what I'm saying? I do be, I forget what it was, but she actually apologized, and I really couldn't believe it. And I was happy about that, to be honest with you. But a year later, I still don't believe in her. I still don't want to invest in her, this, that, and the third. And I think that's great what you said, PT.
Let me tell you something.
When it comes to blurred lines when personal and business.
Let me tell you something.
The lines is blurred.
Yeah, my opinion.
You see how Cameron was mentioning accountability and he gave that example and how he couldn't believe it. And everything in this peer that I've shown that's demonstrating this behavior is someone, Kelly, who doesn't come across as that type. Even when he's given the example and he's calm, cool, and collective, she's still trying to insult him. One of the biggest turnoff to many men is a woman that overtalks and doesn't listen, that doesn't take advice, whether it's positive, constructive, or in between. And when you share that feedback from a place of care and love, they take it as an offense. And there's only two reasons why this happens. First one, they know it to be true. So instead of them being able to ignore it from their soul telling them, or other people now, they have to confront it. And once they confront it, they feel a certain type of way. They may be triggered. Maybe something from their childhood, maybe something from a previous relationship. But it's a reminder of their shortcomings. And because now they're starting to feel it, they start to lash out. And because they start to lash out, they get more defensive. And as they get more defensive, they now have to attack. I'm feeling hurt, but I want to make you feel worse than how I'm feeling right now. And the second thing is they feel powerless. They now don't have any control because they know this to be true, but they just hope that no one notices it. Because if no one notices it, they don't have to be vulnerable. And if they don't have to be vulnerable, they don't have to be weak because they view vulnerability as being weak. Accountability and responsibility and vulnerability to many people, men and women, are kryptonite. They put it in a closet with the dirty underwear, and they don't ever have to acknowledge it, despite that it's stinking up the whole place, because a lack of accountability and a lack of responsibility and a lack of vulnerability will stink up your life, will stink up your relationships. It will stink up you. Because no matter how much you try to hide it, no matter how hard you've worked to ignore it, people can smell it on you. Eventually, it will stink up the entire room and every room that you enter. So the choice is yours. Either you take a step back, get one of those body mirrors, look yourself in the mirror and say, these are the things that are holding me back. These are the things that are within my control. These are the things that are not within my control because I want to get a healthy relationship. Because what you're doing is not working, so you have to try something different. If you don't humble yourself in front of that mirror, life will humble you in front of the world.